We're taking a break from the kitchen and we're going to be having a discussion, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 10 healthy eating tips that has helped me maintain my weight goal and keep the weight off for good. Now, before I go into sharing the tips, I just want to say that many people or different people are at different points and different levels on their weight management journey. And regardless of the level that you are in, depending on your goal, I want to encourage you to continue to do what you do, but keeping in mind that the priority of whatever it is that you're doing should be focused on living and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So whether or not your goal is to maybe lose some weight or add some weight or maintain the weight you currently have, you always have to have it in mind that living a healthy lifestyle and ensuring that your body is in its healthiest form is the most important thing that you must have at the back of, rather, in front of your mind to guide you, because that's the safest and healthiest way you can actually achieve whatever goal that you have. So losing weight can be your goal, for example, but there's a lot of unhealthy ways to lose weight that is not sustainable. So if weight loss is your goal, you have to keep it in your mind that losing weight should be the secondary goal and the primary goal is losing weight in a healthy way and a healthy manner that is sustainable and can stand the test of time. So with that being said, I also want to say something that people actually also have this mentality. I've heard a lot of people actually say this to me that, oh, Winnie, you're naturally slim, you were born slim, and that's why you are able to cook what you cook or eat what you eat and not add a lot of weight, and you don't put it any effort at all. And I dare say that that's absolutely not true. I have the tendency of literally blowing up if I let myself go. And because I noticed that in myself, and even gene-wise, I have aunties who are on the big side. I have family members who are actually on the big side, like way bigger than I am, because they let themselves go. And maybe that's just their goal and that's what they want. And I definitely respect them for whatever it is that they want. But for me personally, I find that if I let myself go and I'm not on top of my game when it comes to my eating lifestyle or my lifestyle in general, I have the tendency of putting on weight in places that I really do not like and makes me feel very uncomfortable and very insecure. And that's why I have embraced living a healthy lifestyle and have inculcated it into my overall lifestyle. So now when you ask me, I tell you, yes, I identify as a healthy person who loves to maintain healthy eating and healthy living practices. And that's pretty much what this video is about. Now, with that being said, I'm going to share 11 things that has helped me maintain a healthy weight and of course maintain a general healthy life. The very first thing that I did was to educate myself on nutrition and healthy living. So I always say that there's certain things that we should have been taught in school that weren't taught. And the number one thing I believe that should be taught in school should be nutrition and how to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, my journey to living a healthy lifestyle didn't start today. It started over maybe 8-9 years ago, when I was so curious when I started to learn about my body, and I started to realize that I could actually, or I had the power to change or to ensure that my body was at the state where I wanted it to be. And so from then until this very day, I'm still learning and educating myself on the human body. I'm educating myself on my body and how best to ensure that my body is thriving per time. I'm constantly educating my mind on the foods that help me ensure that I have perfect brain health, perfect heart health, perfect organ health. And guess what? This information is easily accessible to anyone everywhere on the internet. I have followed renowned doctors, I've followed nutritionists, dietitians, I follow their work, I watch their videos, I get a lot of advice, and then it has literally helped shape up my mind on what healthy eating and healthy living really is. I'm going to drop some of the articles and videos that I have watched in the past. I'm going to leave them in the description box for you. I'll also leave links to some of the YouTube videos that has also helped me get more education and knowledge on what nutrition and diet is. This second point I've actually called you eat what you see. If you want to eat something continuously, keep it in sight. And how do you keep something in sight? Keeping it on your countertop, keeping it in front of the pantry, keeping it in your fridge. So if healthy eating is something that you're big on, what you should have around you all the time is fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, healthy snacks that can actually help your body thrive. So always keep it in sight if you want to eat it. Water, you can have water at strategic points in your house. This is actually what I did to train myself to actually start to enjoy and like to eat healthy things. So keep it in sight if you want to eat it, okay? The third point is, of course, the opposite of the second point, and it is out of sight. When I realized how bad sugar was for my body and how much sugar is contained in these things that we call junk food that we eat, down to your plantain chips, popcorn, sometimes your sauces, your barbecue sauces and all of those sauces, ketchups and all that we use to cook our different meals. Some snacks that we eat, biscuits, cookies and all. Don't get me wrong, I still eat these things. I still eat them, but they don't make up the bulk or the majority of my everyday eating. So what I did was I stopped buying them completely because I didn't want to have them inside. When I would have cookies in my fridge or candies, and I'll be like, oh, it's for my guests. I find that I will go to the fridge, I'll be like, it's just one cookie, right? By the time I'm done watching a movie and enjoying myself, I realize that I've gone through 10 cookies. 10. I'm not even kidding you. 10 cookies in literally less than 10 minutes. That's food abuse. So what I decided to do for myself was I stopped buying these things completely so that whenever a craving comes or whenever I felt peckish, I would always lean to the things that I have kept in my sight, which are the healthy things that I wanted to actually feed my body with. So I took control of what I would actually put in my body, and that's one thing that I've actually done to help me keep the weight off for good. The next tip that I'm going to share with you that I inculcated into my everyday was I stopped starving myself. There was a point in my life where I thought that starving myself was actually the best way to get rid of the weight. So I would go morning and afternoon without eating, and I would probably end up eating at night. And then at that night, I'm literally eating a mouthful of food, and I'm like, okay. And after eating that whole quantity of food, I find that I would go to bed immediately. And the weight just kept staying there. But I'm like, but I'm starving. I'm not eating. Why is this weight still here? I didn't realize that I was actually hurting myself a great deal, eating a lot of food at night and then going straight to bed immediately. Now, and then the food that I was eating, I wasn't concerned, I wasn't paying attention to the calorie of the food, the quality of the ingredients that was used to make the food, the type of food. I was prioritizing things like carbohydrates. I was prioritizing processed foods that didn't really do my body any good. But of course, as I continued in my journey, I started to learn more, started to gain more knowledge and wisdom, and I realized that starving yourself is actually going to make you gain weight. Ensuring that you eat when you're supposed to eat, what you're supposed to eat, would actually keep your hunger levels down and then help you lose the weight. So take breakfast, for example. If you eat a good, healthy breakfast in the morning, a breakfast that is high in protein, high in healthy fats, and then maybe a very little amount of carbohydrates, and then of course you are hydrating throughout that morning, you find that you can literally go that morning and even go through the afternoon, and then the only thing you're probably eating next will be a little amount of dinner. But starving yourself just makes you, first of all, you become very annoying through the day, you become very grumpy, you're not able to go through life and really enjoy life because you feel like I have to starve myself to lose this weight. No, eat a healthy breakfast, eat a healthy lunch, eat a healthy dinner. Now you have to be very mindful of the content of your plate. so that you're eating the right things. The next thing that I did that helped me on my healthy eating journey is I made a compilation of healthy recipes that I actually love, and then I make them as consistently as possible. Now, I say to people, it is impossible to actually enjoy your healthy eating journey if you are not eating recipes that you actually enjoy. It's impossible. And no one is saying that you have to give up the foods that you absolutely love. All I'm saying is that you have to find healthier ways to create them and then understand your plate composition so that you are having more of the important things on your plate and less of the things that are causing you more harm than good. So what I did was I started developing recipes, breakfast recipes, lunch recipes, dinner recipes, snack recipes. I made them into a meal plan, and I use my meal plan to guide what I'm making during the week. So I have a weekly meal plan that I constantly interchange. And if you're interested in the meal plan, I can leave a link in the description box down below where you can access it. If you want to start inculcating healthy food into your diet, then definitely this meal plan is for you. The next thing that I did that helped me actually live a healthy life is I made a budget for healthy food. Now, when I was starting out on my journey, because I didn't know so much, I thought like everyone else that healthy food is or was expensive. But as I continued, I quickly realized that it's actually cheaper to eat healthy than it is to not eat healthy in two different ways. One, when you're observing portion control, for example, because that's one of the main things that can actually help you, you find that you're actually eating more of the things that are important and less of the things that are not important. And because of that, your plate is made up of things that are actually quite affordable if you know exactly what it is that you're doing. So if you're observing portion control, you find that you're actually saving more money than you're spending on healthy food. And if you look at it another way, it is way cheaper to spend a lot of money to buy your healthy food than it is for you to actually pay the doctors to treat a disease or a condition that you may have gotten from not eating healthy. So if you check it, at the end of the day, your health is your wealth. Your body is the only one that you have. So have a budget. That's pretty much what I did. Every week I'll take out a budget. I'll go to the market, buy things like cucumbers, apples, like pawpaws, pineapples. Those things are affordable because they're actually grown here. Vegetables, ugu leaves, green, efotete, African spinach, scent leaves, all those very affordable. We have them in abundance. You can actually literally make a big pot of leafy vegetable green sauce with vegetables that you got for 400 naira and that will last you the whole week. But you're not paying attention. You think that healthy eating is just strawberries or blueberries or kiwi. No, healthy eating is way bigger than that. You can only know this once you have taken the time to actually educate yourself and you realize that eating healthy is not as expensive as you think or you believe that it is. So what I did was pretty much have a budget. I still till this day have a budget for my healthy food, and it has literally helped me as well. The next thing that I do to actually help me keep the weight to what I want it to be is I meal prep. Now, meal prepping ensures that you have food in hand for when you need to eat them. So I make it easy for myself. A few hours maybe on a Saturday or Sunday, I take out time and I prep things that I know that would usually take a long time for me to cook, just so that I can cut down my cooking hours during the week. So just meal prepping or ingredient prepping, if that's what you prefer. But just try as much as possible that you are doing some prepping that encourages you to want to eat healthy. The next thing that I did, or I still currently do, is I eat more protein and less carbs. I realized from my research and study and from experience that you actually stay fuller and avoid unnecessary cravings when you prioritize protein. And in this part of the world, unfortunately, our meal composition is heavy on the carbs. And that's very wrong. It's very, very wrong. But when you prioritize protein over carbs, and of course prioritize healthy fats and other minerals and nutrients that you get from vegetables and fruits over carbs, you find that you actually stay fuller for much longer and you're very well satisfied. And guess what? Proteins are actually not that expensive. You get protein from your chicken, you get protein from your eggs, you get protein from your yogurt. There's so many things. Now, I'm not saying don't eat carbs. I only said prioritize protein over carbs. And of course, if you want to start working out or become active at the gym, it is important that you are prioritizing your protein so that your body is able to replenish itself and build itself right back up as you are burning all of that calorie and putting your body to good use. Does that make sense? The 10th point here that has helped me maintain the weight is that I stay active. So before now, I would always ensure that I work out at home. I try my best to work out 3 times a week. But when I learned, I continue to learn, and I'm growing in my knowledge every day when it comes to fitness and health. And I've decided that I actually want to recompose my body form. I love my body. I'm very grateful for the body I have. But now I'm aware that I actually have the power to make my body a lot more toned, stronger, and more powerful. So guess what? I had to go register at a gym. So now I constantly go to a gym, and I have a fitness coach who helps me through my gym session 3 times a week. The times when I'm not at the gym or I don't go to the gym, what I do is I actually ensure that I'm taking at least a 30-minute walk. So just keep active. You don't have to go to the gym if that's not your goal. You can start by using YouTube videos to work out every day. And again, when it comes to staying active, it's not about doing the work and suffering. You know, working out is not supposed to be something that makes you suffer. It's something that you actually should enjoy. So take it little by little. Again, with working out, it's consistency that is important. It's the small effort that you put in every single day, one step at a time, that matters more than one day of doing something very rigorous and hard, and then for the rest of that week you're like, I beg, mark mommy, I'm not doing this again. So it's pretty simple. Do little things consistently, and before you know it, those little tiny things that you're doing would add up into something huge and mighty. Do it for your health, okay? Do it for your body. Do it for your mind. Do it for your spirit. Do it for your soul. If you're a child of God, do it for the Holy Spirit. Your body is His temple. That's where He resides. I mean, the Holy Ghost resides in you. Do it for Him, okay? And then, of course, the last tip that's on my list, and this is something that I actually started doing, I mentioned it earlier, is I reset my mindset to understand that healthy living or healthy eating is not a destination. It's a journey that never ends. So quickly reset your mind, and as a healthy person or someone who wants to become healthy, retrain yourself and actually start identifying as a healthy person. Healthy living is not boring living. Healthy living is the way to go. So we've been trained wrong. You have the power to retrain yourself and have a better eating culture that allows the only body you have on earth to thrive. Okay, so start inculcating these practices. I'll give you a perfect example. A pack of shawarma, for example, in Nigeria is maybe about 2,500, right? Or 3,000. 2,500, 3,000. Do you know how many things you can buy with that 3,000? How many cucumbers? Apple. You can buy a whole pineapple. Name it, oranges. I'm telling you, with 3,000 naira, you can buy lettuce, cabbage with 3,000 naira. If you know exactly what it is you're doing. But rather, you would rather spend it to buy a wrap of shawarma that you're literally going to finish in less than 2 seconds, and literally less than 5 minutes, you're hungry again looking for something else to eat. When you could have easily loaded your body with lots of fiber that will keep you full for much longer. It's all about a change in the mindset. I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm just here to help you see life a whole lot differently, okay? So that's pretty much everything that I'm still currently doing right now to keep this weight off and look my best self and ensure that I have a body that helps me thrive and helps me fulfill the purpose for which I've been called onto this earth. If you have any more tips that can actually help us, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let's continue the conversation from there. I'll see you again with another video. Until then, remember to love yourselves generously by eating healthy, and then of course, take care.